I have a statement that I would like to make today. Sometimes what we want isn't what we need. Sometimes what we want isn't what we need, but the very thing we need is the main thing that we don't want. And I want you to think about that for a minute. And as I think about how it talks about in the Word of God, that God promised in His Word that He will supply our needs. I want you to think about that now. God promised in His Word that He will supply our needs, not our greed. See, God cares more about our needs than our greed. And I want you to ask yourself the question on today. Could you truly be more concerned about your greed than your need? See, when you crave the wants of life, do you want what you want at point blank value and say, I don't care? You don't want to hear nothing else. All you know is, look, this is what I want and this is what I gotta have. And I think we all can raise our hands on situations like that we could all be guilty of, that we want things. And it's a lot of things, though, if you be real about it, and things that we have got, or it could be things that you're wanting now. But I want you to think about the very thing that you felt like you wanted so bad. Did you really need it? I want you to think about it. You have somebody right now, a man and a woman, and their desire is to get married. They want to get married. And I want you to truly overlook your life and ask yourself the question, the very thing that you want, do you really need that? See, you have some man. He says that he wants a nice lady. He wants somebody who's going to love him and treat him right, and vice versa, just like a woman. But the reality is, do you look more for the woman and say, but she's not as curvy as you like? Because see, let's just tell the truth. Some men, you look at skin color more than you look at anything. You know, she has to have long hair. She has to have a big behind. It's certain things that you look at. And the very thing that you're looking at, that's the very thing right there that you don't need, but you want it. See, I want you to think about it now. You swaying up and down. It's no good women around and you want a good woman. But what exactly are you looking for that good woman? See, are you truly getting to know that woman and knowing that woman heart? Or are you just looking at the physical appearance of that woman? And a lot of people have missed out on some really good people because you know what they said? Now, they don't look the way that you want them to look. See, God can very well be sending you that right person, but you saying, no, they don't look the way that I want them to look. And that's the same way with a woman. A woman can very well miss out on her blessing because he ain't driving what I want him to drive. He ain't working the type of job that I want him working on, or making the type of money, or he ain't living how I want him to live, or he ain't tall, dark, and handsome. See, I want you to think about the very things. Think about the very things that we want. But is it what you need? Think about that. You say just the same, women, that you want a good man in your life. You want somebody to cherish you and love you, but look at all the things that you're looking for. You're looking for all the wrong things instead of the right things. And a lot of women, just like men, have missed out on that right mate that the Lord sent them, and you turned them away because it's what you wanted, but it wasn't what you need. And a lot of us, you done got the very thing that you just thought you had to have. You just had to have it, and the moment you got it, ask yourself this question, how is it going? How is it going? You got somebody right now, they got something in a dead-end relationship, and they in a dead-end marriage because, oh, they just had to have it. They just had to have it. But you have to be real and say, is that something that the Lord wanted you to have, or that's just what you wanted to have? See, a lot of us get this stuff twisted. Right now, we with people right now that the Lord didn't want us to be with. We wanted to be with them. And if we be real and just raise our hand and tell the truth, we wanted that man. We wanted that woman. And see, that's the same way that it is now. It's nothing wrong with the Lord understands that you need a house. But see, it's not the house that the Lord wanted to give you a house, but see, you didn't want the house that the Lord wanted. You wanted your own house. See, is it anything wrong with you getting a house? But you got to be real and ask yourself the question, Do you truly need the house where your payment gonna be $2,500 a month, $2,000 a month, $1,500 a month? See, what you want sometimes isn't what you need. You got to think about it now, because somebody right now is in debt, getting a whole lot of stuff that they want and nothing that they need. I want you to think about it. Yes, it's understandable that everybody needs a vehicle. Everybody do. But did you have to get the most expensive vehicle? You couldn't just get a vehicle where you could have affordable payments. You know, maybe $400 a month, maybe $300 a month. But you got to go out and get something $700 a month, $800 a month, $600 a month. And you know you can't pay for it. You know you can't. And now the insurance is sky high. You have to think about these things. Sometimes what we want is just not what we need. Some people right now is with a job. You may want this type of job, but do you truly need that job? You have to think about everything in life. Do I truly want it? God said, I will supply your needs, not the greed. And is it anything in life wrong with us getting some of the wants? It's nothing wrong with that. But a whole lot of wants done got a whole lot of people in a whole lot of trouble because they just had to have it. And now a whole lot of people are wishing, you know what? I wish I never got it. Because like I said, it's a lot of people right now struggling. It's a lot of people trying to live a lifestyle that they can't live because they want a bunch of wants instead of just being content with the things that they need. Somebody right now could be happily married, but you know why? They had to get something that they want instead of what they need. What is it in your life on today that you truly need to overlook yourself and say, do I want that? Or do I need that? And that'll help a whole lot of people out. That can be even with the friends and people you deal with. Do you truly, is it anything with having friends? But do you truly need that group of friends? You have to look at it. Everything should come down to, do I just want it? Or do I truly need it? Is it anything wrong with you getting a pair of shoes? No. But do you truly got to get a $600 pair of shoes, a $500 pair of shoes, a $400 pair of shoes? It's nothing wrong with a woman getting a handbag, but my goodness, do you got to get a $1,000 handbag, a $700 handbag, a $500 handbag? You have to think about their things. And a lot of people, again, they're struggling behind this stuff. They are struggling and they're not living good. Overlook your life on today and ask yourself a question. Could you be missing out on what the Lord has for you because you're too caught up in the things that you want and not enough of what you need? Some of us need to get real content and be content with the things in our life with our needs instead of the wants. What is it right now that you really need to overlook yourself and say, you know what? I really don't want. I don't really need this. I want this. Go to God and say, God, is this something that I truly need or something that I want? A lot of us would just struggle and put ourselves in a bad bind. Some of us right now are dealing with men and women we don't have no business dealing with because we wanted them because they looked a certain way, or they made a certain amount of money, or they drove this type of car, or they dressed this way, but they wasn't what we needed. And if some of us, it's just time to let it go. Some of us should just need to go and switch the car in and get you something that you can afford. Some of us just need to go downgrade, not worry about what everybody say. But some of us, you just need to go downgrade and get you a house, get an apartment that you can afford. Downgrade, because listen, it's you have to deal with that stuff. You got to deal with the choices that you make. So why not make better choices up in your life? So overlook yourself on today and ask yourself the question. Sometimes the things that we want isn't what we need. And sometimes the things that we need is the thing that we truly should want. So always remember my closing. Self-examination is the best examination. And Jesus Christ is Lord. And he's all we have. Have a great rest of the day.